You're looking at a $22 bottle of blue water. That's not an insult. That's the actual ingredient list. Water, salt, a little bit of surfactant, some blue dye, and a fragrance oil that costs the manufacturer pennies per bottle. A 50-ounce refill of a popular liquid hand soap runs anywhere from $6 to $22, depending on the scent and the aloe vera fresh marketing on the label. Break that down per ounce, and you're paying 12 to 40 cents an ounce for something that is chemically over 90% water. Here's the promise: a single $1 bar of soap, the kind sitting in your linen closet right now, makes roughly a year's worth of liquid hand soap refills for your whole household, not a diluted, watered-down version. The same stuff, same cleaning power, same lather. But before I show you how to fix this for good, you need to understand how we got conditioned to accept this in the first place, because this isn't a coincidence. It's designed back in the 1980s and 90s. Soap companies had a problem. Bar soap was cheap, it worked, and it lasted forever. There wasn't much room to sell you more of it, so the industry didn't sell you better cleaning. It sold you a new format. Then pump bottles arrived on the market, positioned as more hygienic than a shared bar. Even though there's no meaningful evidence, a bar of soap sitting in a dish spreads more germs than a pump handle that 10 people touch with wet hands. Liquid soap also let brands do something bars couldn't: add color, thicken it artificially, and load it with fragrance so it feels more premium. You were taught that thick, colorful, and heavily scented meant more effective. That's not chemistry. That's marketing. Here's the actual science confirmed by the CDC. Hand soap doesn't work because of foam, color, or smell. It works because soap molecules are surfactants. One end grabs onto oil and grime, the other end grabs onto water, and together they lift dirt and microbes off your skin so the rinse water can carry them away. A peer-reviewed study published in PeerJ on soap and enveloped viruses like SARS-CoV-2 confirmed the same mechanism physically breaks apart the fatty outer layer of many pathogens. None of that requires dye. None of it requires thick gel. It requires exactly one raw material, a fatty acid salt, which is just a fancy way of describing soap itself, and water. That's it. 2 ingredients and physics does the rest. Here's what you actually need, and you probably already own it. Ingredient 1, a bar of plain soap, not a fancy one. Ivory bar soap runs about $5 for a pack of 8 at Walmart. That's roughly 60 cents per bar. If you want something plant-based, a bar of Dr. Bronner's Castile soap runs about $5 as well. Either works through the exact same fatty acid salt mechanism. Ingredient 2, water. Free from your tap. Optional ingredient 3, a teaspoon of vegetable glycerin, sold at most pharmacies for a few dollars a bottle. This isn't required for cleaning power. It just keeps the finished liquid from feeling stripped or tight on your skin. Since pure soap alone can be a little drying with frequent use, grating the bar increases its surface area, which means it dissolves into water faster. That's just basic physics of solubility, not a trick. Safety note: always use plain, unscented, dye-free bar soap for this. Avoid soap that contains added exfoliants, essential oils in high concentration, or antibacterial additives like triclosan unless you've checked the label, since those are formulated for bar use and behave differently in dilution. Wash your hands after handling. Same as with any soap, here's exactly how to do it. Step 1, grate 1 bar of soap using a regular box cheese grater. Takes about 2 minutes. Step 2, add the shavings to 4 cups of hot, not boiling, water in a heat-proof bowl or jar. Step 3, the insider rule almost everyone skips. Let it sit for a full 24 hours before blending or shaking. Soap needs time to fully hydrate at the molecular level. If you blend it too soon, you'll get a lumpy, separated mixture that looks broken. Patience is the entire trick here. Step 4, after the 24-hour rest, stir or blend on the lowest speed until smooth. If you added glycerin, mix in about a teaspoon here. Step 5, pour into your existing empty pump bottle. Mailing of honest results. It will look slightly thinner than store-bought soap at first. That's normal, it's not artificially thickened. Give it a few hours to fully settle, and it thickens naturally as it cools. This isn't an instant transformation, it's a permanent one. 1 bar, repeated a few times a year, and you're set for months at a fraction of the store price. The biggest fear people have here is simple. Is homemade soap going to be harsh on my skin or less effective at actually cleaning? Here's the reality. Commercial liquid soap often contains synthetic thickeners and added fragrance specifically to create a luxury sensory experience. Thick gel, Big lather, strong smell, none of which the CDC lists as a factor in how well soap removes germs. The CDC is explicit that surfactants lifting soil and microbes off skin is what does the actual work, not foam volume or fragrance. If anything, plain soap without heavy synthetic additives can be gentler over time for people with sensitive skin, dollars in. Since you're not repeatedly exposing your hands to added dyes and preservative packages found in many commercial formulas, this method aligns with exactly what hand washing was designed to do in the first place. Mechanical surfactant action plus water contact time. You're not hacking the system, you're using it in its purest form. Let's put the real numbers side by side. The liquid hand soap industry is worth billions of dollars globally, built largely on convincing you that a $20 bottle of scented colored water is a necessity that needs to be repurchased every few weeks, your version. One 60-cent to $5 bar of plain soap, water from your tap, and 24 hours of patience. That's it for months of refills. A $1 bar that permanently solves the problem is not a business model. It's a business ending. If this saved you money, hit the like button. It helps other people who are overpaying find this information. Next time, the $300 in, I'm breaking down another household markup, the one hiding in your laundry aisle that's costing you 3 times what it should. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.